Everybody, it's Steph from the Hot Moving Podcast. So, look, man, I don't really cover too much, red pill RP type of content, right? But in this case, I will because it involves Stephen A. Smith, right? And for those who don't know red pill, I mean, I'm sure. Listen, most of my viewers are male. I'm sure you guys know. I watch some of the content out here on YouTube and stuff like that. I mean, red pill is just content about truths about dating, women in the Western world, all that type of stuff, right? So and men have, there's been, an awakening of men over the past few years of just, how to navigate dating, dealing with women, what the unrealistic expectations women have when, men don't bring, women say they bring this to the table when they really don't bring much and they demand a lot. You can blame some of the feminist stuff, all those things, right? So Stephen A. Smith on the Stephen A. Smith show decides to carve out a segment to talk about Joy Taylor, who's 37, and Taylor Rooks, who's 31, 32 years old. And what he talked about is based on what they said about what women really want is if you're fine and funny and you have money, right? Or, bleeping money, okay? Is ultimately what a lot of these women want, especially in the Western world, mainly United States, right? And Stephen A. goes off, if he's like, "Oh, thank you, for explaining and letting us know." Is this even worth talking about, right? I mean, most guys are hip to what's going on, right? In the state of affairs of just dating in the States and everything like that, right? This is nothing new. What Joy Taylor said to Taylor Rooks, women who are in their 30s, right, who I believe are both single, don't have kids. Yeah, and based on what you said, that is the problem, right? As opposed to other characteristics that are more important, right? And I believe towards the end she's like, all that gets thrown out the window when a man is funny, fine enough, and has money. And it's like, yeah, that's the problem, right? You only care if you can make you laugh, right? If he's good looking enough and has the bankroll. I mean, good luck finding that. You know what I'm saying? Women, they have a lot of options and when it comes to dating, or they think they're options, but are terrible at sourcing. So we get that, right? We know that women in the States, it's all transactional based. It's very shallow. You know what I'm saying? You hear about a lot of men who are exercising that passport, right? And not putting up with it at all. Me personally, I don't date. I don't date. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I don't. Number one, I don't have the time, and also two is, you run into a lot of issues of poor communication. They say one thing and what they're looking for. But then when you really get to know them, they're looking for the total opposite and everything. Dealing with dating single mothers and stuff like that, like that's your options, right? Be single or date a single mother. Those are the ones that tend to be available, but I'm not trying to raise someone else's kids, right? It's very slim pickings out here. Because the women who are single, they're looking, and no children, they're looking for a very particular man. Everybody talks about that 10%. Look, 80% of the women are chasing the 20% of the guys or something like that, right? So Stephen A. Smith relishes in this, right? And he's like, thank you for explaining what women want. I mean, this ain't breaking news, homie. Like, we know, right? Majority of men who are awakened to it already know. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's funny coming from them, who are single, talking about it, right? Yet no ring on the finger. Instead of valuing, hey, does this guy take care of himself? Is he respectful? Is he kind? Right? Does he reciprocate? Does he show me the attention? You know what I'm saying? Good character, right? None of those things in today's society, in the Western society, even matter. So thank you, Stephen A. Smith, for reiterating about what they said that we already know. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. So anyways, y'all let me know what y'all think about Stephen A. Smith and Joy Taylor and what she said about, You know, hey, if you find enough funny enough and, you know, you have bleeping money or whatever it is, you know, hey, that's the barrier. That's baseline, right? Yikes. Anyways, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe. I'm out.